She's a
The Combat Cast, Episode 2, featuring Shannon Wiratchai. And we are live. Hello and welcome to The Combat Cast, Episode number 2. I am joined here with another very special guest, Mr. Shannon Wiratchai.
Hello.
So, for those that are unfamiliar with Shannon, Shannon is a fighter, MMA fighter, mixed martial arts fighter on ONE FC.
Yeah.
He's got a very, very illustrious record.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of fights on that promotion, and he has a very dynamic, exciting style. He always comes to perform and put on a show. That's who we have in the house today. So that's very exciting.
Yeah.
So Shannon, to get things started,
Yes.
I just want to ask you, how did you get into MMA?
How did I get into MMA? Actually, this happened in my high school time. I was like a geek in the martial art. I want to be.
You're an athlete at high school?
Yeah, I started martial arts since I was like 10. I started Judo. But at that time, I didn't really want to be like the best or something, right? But in my high school time, I started to get interested in martial art. I started to get crazy in like a Chinese novel, a Chinese movie, kung fu movie, and I want to be the best in the kung fu or something like in the movie. Like they were like, I want to be the number one. I want to defeat everyone. And so like I want to see like how the martial arts society in Thailand looks like. I want to conquer them.
Right.
So like I felt like a villain.
So would you say that you're more kind of fascinated by just martial arts as a whole?
Yeah.
Like, from kung fu, like Wing Chun, Taekwondo, Judo, all that sort of stuff. Was that what kind of like interests you at the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like at that time we only have webboard, right? On the internet. Like I always surf the internet, read the webboard, and all about the martial art. People just talking about which style is the best, what kind of kung fu is the best. And that time they have no competition, no MMA.
So what year are we talking here? When was this?
Wow, 15 years, 16 years ago, I think.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
When it was like a third grade of my junior high school.
Right.
Yeah, actually maybe high school time already. I'm not sure, but yeah, 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, internet is it's no Facebook that time.
So that was where your kind of your passion for martial arts started.
Yeah.
Like in high school.
Yes.
I remember you go online, right? And you'd be
Yeah.
like, what's the best martial art?
Yeah, something like that.
Is it Judo? Is it boxing?
Yes.
Is it Muay Thai? What's the best, right?
Yes, and that time it's different, right? Because we have no YouTube, we have not many videos on the internet, we have the webboard, we have only like what they talk, what they write, all the rumors, or just like the novel. Like when you read the novel, like wow, Wing Chun is so good. This thing is so good, Judo, Tai Chi, or Muay Boran, or something like ancient Muay Thai, so good. And they were like ready to fight each other.
Never, right?
Yeah, because it's gonna be weird, right?
And that's like the martial arts code. It's kind of like you don't fight other disciplines. You just like
it's more like a traditional, traditional.
There's a lot of respect and honor and stuff.
Yes,
but then you never could really tell who was the best, right?
Because actually they want to fight.
They want to fight, but like they just never got given the outlet.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that. It's gonna be weird. If they're gonna start to fight, somebody's gonna stop them anyway. It's just like in Chinese movie, the master would fight the master, and then the discipline, better not, something like that. Yeah, so I want to know where's the place that all the martial artists are there,
Right.
So I found at that time the place was Lumpinee Park.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Lumpinee Park, because all the kung fu people there, because it's free space. You can go there, stay in one spot, and and like Wing Chun people, they're gonna stay in this spot, like start from 9 a.m. in the morning on Sunday, and then people start to know they have the webboard group, and people gonna go there to learn. And they have like a Muay Boran there. They have like many weird kung fu places, and people. And when you are a guy who learns some kind of martial art, even real or fake, or you just learn the secret stuff from your grandfather or something like that, you can just start from there. So nobody rent the place that time, so everyone go to Lumpinee Park.
So everyone would just go to Lumpinee,
yes,
of all different backgrounds,
yes,
and they'd all just train there.
Yes, that's it. So just one day that I remember, there was one day that I argued with my mother, and somehow my parents gonna go out of town for one night, and my mother and me, we get mad, so she's punished me by bring my PS2 to hide somewhere. So I was planning to stay at home and play PS2 all night, but I couldn't find the PS2. So I was very angry on my mom. So first, my mom, my parents, they never want me to be crazy in martial art, but at that time I started to read things, I read the book, I read about the guys go to the park and find the master, something like that, and that's what inspired me. But just inspired, just like you're reading some book, right? You don't really care. But that day, I was angry. I couldn't find a PS2. I was like, okay, you're gonna do like this. So you don't want me to be a gamer? I gotta be a martial artist. So I didn't sleep well that night. I was like, I couldn't remember. I just I just woke up like 4 or 5 in the morning to go to Lumpinee Park because it start quite like a 6 a.m. So I'm gonna make sure that I can wake up on time. So I wake up like a 4 or 5 and then getting ready. At that time, I started to learn about which kung fu where the kung fu school are located. In which place are they located in the Lumpinee Park?
In the park.
Yeah. So that time I know about the tiger kung fu. And I know about the Shaolin Kung Fu, I know about the Wing Chun, I know about the Ba Guo Jiang. And that time, what was in my mind is Ba Guo Jiang because I watched the movie, the movie called The One, starring by Jet Li.
Ah, yeah, yes. I know it. Yeah, so cool, right?
Yes, that's two Jet Li. One is bad Jet Li who use Xing Yishun. It's more like aggressive style of ancient military style in China, and the good Jet Li who using the circular style of Kung Fu that's called Ba Guo Jiang, or 8 acron palms. So I went to the park. I going about the first place. I went to the Shaolin place. So that time they have Shaolin Kung Fu. They have the guy doing Tiger Kung Fu, that's looking very cool. Day one, you at the park, you saw the real Kung Fu with your own eyes. The master stay in the middle, 2 of his students stay on the side. He do like bam thing, and they do the form together. Like wow, and you never see it's like something crazy. But I don't know what telling me in my head is like. Not yet. So like, oh yeah, not yet. So I keep walking, and to find other school. So I went to the place in the playground that the Ba Guo Jiang people doing the kung fu thing. I don't know. I just say, oh, I want to study this kung fu.
So something inside you was just drawn to that style of kung fu. So how do you pronounce it?
Ba Guo Jiang.
Ba Guo Jiang.
Or in English they use the B. So I think in English they call Ba Guo Jiang.
Ba Guo Jiang.
Ba Guo Jiang. Yes. It means 8 acron palm. So basically you walk in the circle, using more palm and something like that.
Okay.
But I think what telling me is Jet Li, you know?
Jet Li.
Yeah, because I just watched the movie.
Right. So you had some hidden influence from Jet Li.
Yeah, but the weird thing is it might be the how to say like the destiny maybe because Ba Guo Jiang school is the only place that they don't have the master.
Right.
Yeah, like Wing Chun, Shaolin, other Tai Chi place, they all have master, but Ba Guo Jiang. This group they have master from China, from the northeast of China, like far away, very cold place there. He will only come to Thailand on like October to December, something like every year, because it's very cold there. So he gonna live there and come to Thailand to feel more warm here and teaching the kung fu. But so actually I was thinking like. Yeah, this place is not gonna be cool. That's only the senior people teaching the junior people. There's no master. But I was there and maybe I was stupid, but I will study this Kung Fu. Okay.
So you just joined in with that Kung Fu? And that was basically where you started getting into martial arts?
Yes.
That was your first taste of like proper training and like joining a school, learning an art, something like that?
Yes, actually yes. Yeah, but day one of martial arts was suck. But I believe that I still remember 15 years ago there was...
So you started more in Kung Fu, whereas a lot of other people in Thailand would have started more into Muay Thai, right?
Yes.
And so I guess because you started in Kung Fu, that's more or less what led you into MMA, you know, because had you have gone down the Muay Thai route, you probably would have ended up in the stadiums fighting in Lumpinee and stuff like that, right? Yes. But then because of this, ultimately it's led you to fight on one, right?
Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
Because
it's quite like a set pathway for most Muay Thai fighters. You go to the school, you train up, you start fighting locally, you get good, you move to Bangkok, you fight in the stadiums, then once you've hit your peak, then you start fighting internationally, and that's kind of like the way it works for most of the Thai guys, right?
Yeah, because it's an interesting question because it's weird. I start martial art because I just want to be the Kung Fu master, you know. but
you wanted to be a Kung Fu master?
Something like that, but the funny thing is, like, since day one, in the Kung Fu school, they just want me to do something like a meditate, you know, like Pagoja Kung Fu style. Day one, you didn't do any combat move. They just draw the circle on the ground, on the floor, and make you walk in the circle, meditate. But it was like 1 hour. I was there 1 hour, but at that time, Bangkok still cold in February.
Lucky.
So I could do that. But after 1 hour, I think I start about 7 a.m. or something, and I finish almost 9. Then the people, the more teenager people, they told me okay, let's move to the other place. So they bring me to the other place. We walk back to the Shaolin Kung Fu that I went there the first place. Yes. So they went there. They have a grass floor. They have that's more soft than the concrete floor. And then the other guys come to the other guys in the Baguchang school. He's come to that place too. And the first senior guy in the school that teaching me to do the meditating walking, he introduced me to that guy. That he told me that guy he studied in America and now he's back to Thailand and he did some Jiu-Jitsu and MMA. So the reason why we moved to this place because we had the softer floor, the grass floor. Now we can take people down, take each other down, and doing more ground work.
Okay.
So so good, but. Okay, but something that in my mind at that time, I started Judo since I was 10.
Right.
I didn't.
So you've already been doing Judo? Yeah,
doing Judo, but
from when you were young.
Yeah, but not very serious. More like
just on and off, just for fun.
Just playing, just.
Okay.
Yeah, and before I did Kung Fu, actually I did Aikido. That's from the Judo too. I know Judo is all about taking the people down. Now,
what do you think about Aikido as a martial art?
Oh, interesting question. It's gonna be a long answer.
Try and make it short. How would you summarize it? I mean, if you compare Aikido to some of the more prominent martial arts that we see in mixed martial arts, for example, we got Muay Thai, we got Jiu-Jitsu, we got wrestling, we got boxing. How does Aikido compare to these arts?
How means you want to hear?
as honest as you need to be. I mean, I don't want you to I just want you to tell the truth.
Yeah. If you're looking at the Aikido for the shallow vision, we can tell that Aikido is a combination of Judo and Jiu-Jitsu. But all the combination just only gather only the thing that's useless together. that's the mean version. Okay, if you guys love Aikido, you're gonna hate me. Okay, let's listen to this first. But you love it, right?
So basically, you take
combine all the useless from Judo and Jiu-Jitsu together. But do you think I'm right? From just a shallow vision, yes, you think I'm right?
From a shallow vision, yeah.
But okay, now you can still with me, right? Okay. But what I found, that might be wrong, but the funny thing is I was doing the I was doing some argument on the internet about Aikido, how work it is, and I really find a resource. I make like almost like a thesis on the internet. I don't know why I did that, but it's fun. And what I learned, what I found, everything. First, if you know Aikido, they say that Aikido came from the sword fight. So what people talk about Aikido, they say that they're using the sword fight movement, but they adapt it into the hand-to-hand combat. That's not like, oh yeah, you didn't throw people, you're doing sword fight technique, but you take people down. But I think that's bullshit. Aikido is the hand-to-hand combat technique. That's only for me. It's not gonna be the truth, but that's what I feel, that I found. Okay, I did Kendo for a while. And
you've done a lot of martial arts.
Yeah, that time when I stopped fighting for a while, for a year, I feel like I want to clear my mind. So I started doing Kendo. And that time I know MMA already. I fighting already. I know wrestling, I know MMA, I know Judo. I've been to Kendo. I found that in Kendo, when you hit, when you have sword in your hands, there's gonna be motion they call Suba. Suba is the thing. This is a sword, right? They're gonna have the thing that can block your hand.
That protects your hand.
Yeah. You're gonna press it together. You're gonna press it to your opponent to defend his sword because they have sharp as a sword. You're not gonna be like bang bang like Jedi fight. You're gonna be like this all the time. It's all about pressure, just like wrestling. But you're wrestling with a sword in your hands. You're gonna block. You're gonna fight the angle, and every time you separate, you push or you separate, every split second. That means a cut. That means your life. If that is a real sword. Even in Kendo, you have bamboo sword. You have all the armor on, but that's still a point. And you get hit for 2 times, only 2 points, you lost.
Game over.
Yeah. And so same thing. Imagine that's a real sword. You can't just like just push. No, it's never happened. You're gonna be like Suba. You're gonna stay there. Oh, wait for sure. Deflect his hand, find the right angle, get away safely. You're gonna hit or not. And every time you do close range with your sword in your hands. Sometimes I try the wrestling move, sometimes I try the judo move, but it's going to be different. You can't just grab his arm and try to do judo throw. He can still use it.
He can just stab you.
Yes, he's going to do something. So I found that the way you deflect, you can the technique will be weird and it looks like Aikido. And if you look at Aikido training, your opponent will grab your hand. But doesn't matter how you turn, where you move your hand, they're going to keep grabbing your hand. The question is, what is the reason that somebody gonna grab your hand like I grab your wrist and you turn your wrist somehow to get away? I gonna keep holding. Right. Even you turn this way, I can still keep holding. What is the reason why this guy need to grab your wrist or your hand?
Yes.
Because this guy got the weapon in his hand. So imagine that you have sword here and your opponent have no sword, but he grabbed both of your hands and you can't.
Both your wrists.
Yeah, you can't hit him or kill him with your sword. Yeah. You're gonna deflect or do something. And when that guy focus on holding you, they're not gonna let go and they can get deflect easily or they can get thrown easily with the Aikido move.
Right.
So I'm thinking is Aikido came from the hand-to-hand combat in the sword fight.
Right.
But if you put the sword and both guys got bare hand, that's kind of stupid.
Right. But the foundation of Aikido, in your opinion, from what you've learned of it and what you've studied, is more designed around weapon fighting.
Yes.
If you had like a sword or something like that.
Yes.
As opposed to like bare hand fighting or unarmed combat.
Yes. So because that's enough reason to make that kind of move happen.
I see.
But if imagine when I have gi on, you have gi on, we're gonna start doing combat. We're gonna grab each other gi. It's gonna be like Judo. Right. It's gonna be like Jiu-Jitsu. It's not gonna be like Aikido.
Yeah.
But okay, that's the first part. Aikido came from the fight with that the guy might have the weapon in his hand. But I think Aikido, you know about the word Jitsu and the word Do, right? In the old day, they have like martial art is called like Jiu-Jitsu. It's all about fighting, but when the sport involved, the any other sport involved, they try to develop it into Judo, Aikido. It's more like sport. When we can assume that they have more sport mindset.
Yeah.
Most of the Aikido people, they say it's not a sport, no competition. yes, Aikido has no competition, but Aikido itself has a competition. So Aikido is not the art of fighting, but I think Aikido is a sport or is an art of controlling the force, the power. So imagine the game of Aikido nowadays is the guy is gonna run into you or offer you the force. But for you, we can tell who is good in Aikido on how he controls the force.
Right.
So for all the good Aikido masters in Japan or anywhere in the world, they're gonna take the force, they're gonna control it, and they're gonna show how they control the force.
Right.
I think that's the idea of the Aikido.
Yes.
So you can tell it's like a human bowling or something. But so I feel like it's bullshit when people try to do a seagull move in Aikido all the time. Like, okay, that guy gonna do it, hitting me like this, I'm gonna deflect him, make him bend like this, and do some crazy bone breaking move. That's not gonna happen.
In real life,
It's not gonna happen.
Because
But-
people won't allow you to get to that point
Yes.
where you're going to break their bones, right?
Yes, but
So if we're looking at
Yeah.
the sport of, say, like Aikido,
Yeah.
and we're comparing it to something like, well, the martial art, comparing
Yeah.
it to Jiu-Jitsu,
yeah.
in that particular example, how does Jiu-Jitsu differ? Like, how is Jiu-Jitsu different? Because in Jiu-Jitsu, right, you kind of using leverage, right,
Yeah.
to get yourself into particular positions to like break people's arms, but it's like in real time. Someone's actually trying to grab you, and it's a little bit more fluid. Yeah. What do you think? What is your thoughts there? Like,
Okay. So Jiu-Jitsu is actually mean the gentle art, right?
The gentle art.
Gentle art, and actually it's not very gentle, but it's more like a smart way to use your force.
I
you know?
see.
So when it's come to Judo, it's also mean the gentle way, but it's not very gentle.
it's quite high impact.
Yeah, but the idea is all the economy of your force. Like you're gonna use the less force, but it's like an economy. Like it's not about not using your force, but you're gonna use the worthy force. Like not spend all your power to just sweep his foot down, but you're gonna use this amount of power to gain the most benefit.
I see.
So it still came from the same idea, but Aikido is more like they love in the harmony. They try to use the force, but they're not thinking about which force I'm gonna spend and what benefit I want to get, but
see.
they want to control and be harmony with the force.
I see.
So it's like a different sport. If we talk, it's Judo and Aikido is also sport, right?
Right.
But it's another deep reason of how Aikido look like this nowadays is Aikido and Baguazhang. That's what I did.
Right.
that's why from Aikido.
The circle style of Kung Fu.
Yes, I moved to Baguazhang. Morihei Ueshiba, the father of Aikido, he went at that time. Japan, before I think around the World War II, Japan has controlled the northeastern of China, called the Manchuria there. They make a new country called Manchukuo.
I see.
So Japanese people, some Japanese people, they moved to there too. So Morihei Ueshiba, he went there to learn more about the Chinese art, and somehow he learned Baguazhang.
Right.
But I don't know how much. But if I saw some old footage of Aikido before it's become Aikido nowadays. They have some basic hand, basic movement, basic palm that looks similar to Baguazhang.
So you'd say that there's quite a few similarities in terms of the movement patterns of the art.
Yes, and the father Aikido got arrested there in the street of doing like a cult.
Oh, really?
because in the old days, I'm not sure it's all about cult, right? And Baguazhang is very related to some Taoist cult or something like that. And there is like an ideal in martial art, like Aikido. They want to do love instead of fighting, right? In Baguazhang, they have three ideal things. Like they say, it's a 3 level of fighting. The first level, you can defend. Your opponent attacking you, you can defend, you can counter. That's first level. Second level, your opponent attack, you can use his force to attack him.
Kind of like Aikido.
Yeah. But the third level, maybe you can see the more picture about Aikido. The third level, your opponent is attacking, but you can just go anywhere. Like like a fork or claw. So you don't need to do anything. You can be like fork or claw. That's the idealist of 3 level.
So in reality,
Yeah.
how would you describe that in reality? Like what would that actually be? What would be like an actual proper example
Okay.
of someone using that?
Let's say you try to hit Lomachenko.
Yeah,
you can see it, right? So you
that's
can,
a good example.
Yeah. So you can see it, or
Yeah.
you can decide what you want to do. You can be just like fork or like a claw nobody can touch, or you can attack him.
I see.
But in first level, you know that something coming. You're gonna defend and you're gonna counter.
Right.
The second level, you see something coming, you're gonna use it. You're gonna deflect it.
But you know, like someone like Lomachenko, right?
Yeah.
As we both know,
Yeah.
it's taken him years, basically his
Yeah.
entire life,
Yes.
to reach that peak
Yeah.
state of, defensive elusiveness,
Yes.
and his ability to just read what's coming in and to
Yeah.
be like a cloud, right?
Yeah.
But for the average person just starting in martial arts, if they were to train for 3 months, there's probably no way, unless they're like just some absolute freak of nature,
Yeah.
that they'd be able to get anywhere near to his level of ability to read what's coming in, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's gonna be a lifetime training, right? But,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
So that's level 3
Yes.
of the Chinese,
of Chinese
Kung Fu.
And I think many Chinese Kung Fu, they have the same idea too, right? And I think most of the martial art, karate, ancient Muay Thai, they might have different of the describing, but on the ultimate level, I think most or all of the martial art, they think the same way. They want to
Nothing
be,
can hit you. You just move.
you can
like a
control the
cloud.
fire, you can be elusive, you can do anything you want, right? You can see everything that's coming, but it
Wow.
depends on your level and your opponent level. It's
Yeah.
lifetime training.
Yeah.
And I think that's the idea of the Aikido. That's the main idea.
Shannon, what I want to go into now is a little bit about your first fight in MMA.
Yeah.
So when did you have your first? So
Yeah.
we've got all these martial arts.
Yeah.
You've got all these martial arts that you're kind of like you've done your Kendo, Judo, Kung Fu, Aikido, all these different things, and then all of a sudden, fast forward,
Yeah.
now you're going into your first MMA fight. Okay, so just talk us through your first fight.
My first fight, right?
Your first fight.
Okay. You want the first major fight or first pro
Your
fight?
first ever MMA fight.
Okay.
So amateur fight. Yeah.
Okay, so very quick, like I did many kind of martial art. Actually I can say in my high school time I did MMA, right? So yeah, I did MMA for like just for fun for about 3 years. It's like a kind of Kung Fu, MMA, BJJ, Judo. I still do Judo because like everything is cycle. I do MMA and Kung Fu, and then they told me that one of the Judo master, like a highest level Judo master guy, he came to teach near my school, like my high school place.
Right.
So I went back to Judo again and trained with him, and I do Judo. I do the groundwork at the Kung Fu place, and I want to know more about this art. Then I do BJJ, and I feel like I have done everything. I want to test on my skill. But you have no idea where you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
If I want to fight somebody, I have to go on Muay Thai ring, and you can't just can I fight Muay Thai? No.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen, right?
Doesn't work like that.
Yeah, so I found that MMA gonna be the solution, and that time we started to watch like a UFC.
Yeah.
But that time was like UFC 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. We quite out there, right?
Quite brutal, right?
Yeah, but what I feel is like, oh yeah, we have no gloves. You can use any kind of like a palm strike, crazy kung fu hands, everything. So my dream was like, yeah, I want to fight MMA. I want to be, and one thing I was curious that time is, there's all the fighters there, all the guys from everywhere in West Thai fighter. I was like, why? Okay, so maybe all the Muay Thai fighter they don't know how to fight on the ground. I know. I want to be there. So I want to show my skill in the MMA fight, but I don't know how. So from my I think from my 15 years old time, about 3 or 4 years later, I finished my high school. I started studying in the university for 1 year. That time I saw people on the webboard. They love MMA. They love K1. They love MMA. They started talking about is it possible if they're gonna make MMA fight happen.
Yeah.
So that time there are a group of people from K1 board on the internet. They gather people. They talk to Aswindam Stadium and make the first a major MMA competition. At that time, they call it King of Fighter.
In the cage?
On the ring. Because they're using the Aswindam Muay Thai Stadium.
I see.
Yes, and that time I was like, yeah, I'm waiting for this time for a long time. I'm gonna show. I was thinking like, I'm the only one. I can tell that I'm the only one, or only few Thai people who knows MMA because I trained from my senior that came from America. I can beat everyone. I can be the Kung Fu master in the master of the world. Only one thing I concerned that time is what can be my outfit for the fight. Seriously, you never know. Like,
yeah, you don't know what to wear, right?
You've been doing judo, you've been doing kung fu. You're just wearing like just normal outfit, like long pants, shirt. In judo, you have the gi. So what can be my fighting outfit?
Yeah.
The first thing I was thinking about, okay, it's gonna be like a video games or the pro wrestling.
Right.
But it's So finally, I have no idea. I talked that time. I have me and my friend from the judo from judo team that.
So how old were you when you had your first fight?
I think 19.
19. Okay, cool.
18 or 19.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so yeah, me and my judo friends there. So okay, we talked. We okay to wear the gi, the judo gi, the thick one. So that time I fought the guy that is my junior in judo. Like he came from the place I did judo. They have like a affiliate place, right? And that boy came from the other place that like we same kind of affiliate team. So it's like, okay, we can wear the gear, we can do like showing some judo move there, and we can fight if you want. Okay, sure. I feel like confident, I feel good. I wear the gear, I put the headgear on, I go up. That guy just come with a judo pant, no gi. I was like, damn, okay, I don't care, I gotta fight you. And that time, I almost win, but he took me down, and I did arm bar, but I couldn't finish it, and I feel so tired, it's so hot, it's gi on, headgear on. I tried to do palm strike, I tried to do crazy kick, but I couldn't finish him. Then time's up, I lost by decision. I feel down, because at that time my plan was I want to teach martial art. I want to win this fight so I can promote myself, but I lost to
your junior.
Yeah, my junior. Like,
damn.
I feel bad. But yeah, not so long after that. I feel that for months actually, but
wow.
Yeah, but I always take it serious, right?
Yeah.
But it's taught me that even I'm proud to be the only few Thai people who know MMA, and I think I know it. But if you didn't have like the right discipline, the right training, the right preparation, you will lose anyway. So from there, from being a freelance self-defense instructor, I decided to make an MMA team. I want to train. I don't think that just doing MMA for fun I can be the best. It's not gonna happen. So that after that I made MMA club at the Chulalongkorn University near my school. So I can gather more people. I can bring more people in. I set my team up. I can train for like MMA like seriously. And my first fight was on 2008. So after that, I made my club. I trained for real. I was being serious, and amazingly, at first I was like, I want to promote myself, but I lost. I feel down. I lost this big chance. I lost my a lifetime opportunity. Yeah. But after that, when I don't care about this anymore, I just focusing on being a better athlete. A better athlete. Yeah. I want to train. I want to make a team. Then more TV shows come. I can promote myself. Like when you do the right thing, the good thing will come. Totally. When it's time, when the time and the thing
so
is right.
you actually went on and you rematched that person, right?
No.
You never got to rematch him?
Because I heard that he went into the jail and I don't know he got out yet.
Oh, okay, so you never got the opportunity.
Yeah, but I don't want to because I don't know why I need to be rematched. Oh, and somehow on 2008 he becomes like a second place in the tournament.
Wow.
He's good.
So he's quite skilled.
He's quite skilled.
Naturally quite skilled.
He's smart, but somehow he went to.
So Shannon, what I want to ask you now is, it's very interesting to hear all of this.
Yeah.
Where do you see the future of Thai MMA now. So like, you know, we've got MMA internationally, and I think it's very interesting for me. You know, I've been coming to Thailand for a long time now, and now I'm married and I live here, and I love Muay Thai and I love Thailand, and it's just interesting for me to see internationally so many other countries now stepping up and showcasing their skills on the world stage. Like New Zealand, we have a lot of fighters that are doing so well. And you know, you've got like America, you've got Brazil, you've got you know, a lot of other countries, but Thailand, it just seems to be a little bit behind in terms of the number of athletes that we have going forward into MMA. But you know, you're heavily involved in the game right now. Where do you see the future in the next kind of 5 years of MMA in Thailand? Do you think we're going to start to see more Thai athletes taking on MMA?
I think because the good thing is, we always have people that are interesting in this sport, you know. But in the old day, like 2008, like my junior, he's actually like a national second place. That's big. He won me, but after that, what else? Because he has nothing to do. He has no stage to showing off his performance, his greatness, and then doesn't matter how good they are, how good these people are. Finally, they're gonna disappear. They're gonna do something for their life. They're gonna do the job, find a job, you know.
So Shannon, what you're touching on here is a very interesting topic. And this is something that I talked with Spencer about last week. And that's that with a lot of young men, they have this energy inside of them. You know, and I'm sure you remember back when you're like 19, 20, you have this energy inside you, and it's just dying to come out. But if you don't have the outlet, a lot of the time it gets suppressed and it comes out into like toxic ways, like different ways,
maybe
right?
Wrong way, maybe need to abandon it. You know?
That's right. You know, like you said, you thought he might have ended up in jail. You know, which is sad to hear because that's wasted potential. But
he may be better than me, you know.
You never know. You never know, right? But we don't know, and that's a sad thing, right? And now I guess we're starting to see more and more promotions coming out. Like we have ONE FC, we have the pinnacle of mixed martial arts fight sports in Asia. So now all of a sudden we have something for these fighters to aspire towards, right? And you also have the UFC as well, which is a huge promotion. And they're taking fighters from across the world, aren't they? So I guess now it's just really interesting to hear this, because you're saying like before there was a lot of people that were interested, but they reach a certain level and there's no next level, is there? It's like you just keep going at this plateau, waiting and hoping for something else to come, right? Like
it's like if they got the chance to be in this big show, that's cool, right? But if they don't, and if they don't have enough resource or budget to keep their dream there,
to keep the dream alive,
then they need to stop it, right? Like for me, I'm lucky because everything just came to me in time, you know. If not, I need to work too. Before I become a pro fighter, I was thinking about being the teacher in the uni, or going somewhere like China to open my gym to make more money, something like that. But
so you kind of just brought all of your experience together and you kind of made it your lifestyle, which allowed you to, you know, stay active in the game. Whereas a lot of other people, they did it because they're passionate about it, but they didn't have that initiative to open up a gym or something, and therefore they just kind of like faded away, right?
And then, actually this thing is, some people might think it's gonna be their own arrangement, right? It's not like, it's nothing that can help, but I think something that might change is if they can see the milestone of their career or their dream, you know. It's like, okay, let's say I might graduate from the uni around 22, before 22, if I'm in the uni, I got money from my parents. I can still doing a major fight or a fight if I want. But when you graduate, everything changed. If you're still asking for money from parents, it's gonna be weird, right?
Yeah.
Then if you still wanna fight, you still wanna competing, how? If you start working, you just start working. You can't just can I'm not coming to work today. This weekend I have a fight coming up. It's not gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be hard, but I'm sure these people love to train. They love to train, but they're gonna train for the recreation anyway. But if they have like a many level of competition, as a milestone of their dream or their career, they can be like, okay, I need to start working now, but maybe I can compete in this small major competition.
Right.
And maybe if I win, I got a bright future in this career too. Okay, what I'm thinking, maybe I'm keep maintain this level. I gotta compete in this level first, and let's say like 2 or 3 more fights, and I think again. Or oh damn, I did a big performance on this one. I can stop and I can go for go for pro now, something like that. If they can see that, they can see like how they're gonna manage their career, you know. So
you're saying like if there was more kind of like amateur tournaments,
more major,
it allows for them to kind of build their confidence and build their experience,
and know more about themselves,
know more about themselves as a fighter, right? An athlete.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's not everyone gonna be so lucky, right? Like when I'm graduate, and somehow I turned to pro like that time. and I did well. My first pro fight that you asked, right? I fought the judo guys, my judo senior. He's from the national team, and somehow we just pull out the performance and we got the fight of the night.
Right.
And that day,
and was this on one?
Pardon?
Was this on One FC?
It's on the promotion called Dare in Bangkok.
Dare.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But the CEO of One FC, Victor Koi, was there. And he came to me, he gave me his name card, and he signed me right away.
Wow.
Yes. But I still compete for one more fight before I move to One FC.
I see.
And I can tell that I'm so lucky, right?
Yeah.
I know what is where my future is. I know that I'm gonna be on One FC first, and let's think again. But for the other, if they compete in some promotion in Thailand, they keep fighting for some money. They don't know how bright the future is. They don't know what
Shannon,
they can achieve.
what type of advice would you give to aspiring fighters? So let's say we've got like young Thai MMA fighters that are wanting to like compete on the same level as you. And they're just starting out in the sport. They're really passionate about it, but they're going through the things that we're talking about. What type of advice do you give to them?
Advice.
Yeah. What tips could you give them in terms of like getting to the level where you're at? Like what can they do to like? What type of things can they do?
So according to Thailand situation of martial art. Okay. So if they want to become a fighter, pro fighter or a major fighter, doesn't matter. If they want to be a fighter, even to put their life on the martial art way, then martial art should be their first priority of their life. But I didn't say they need to stop everything, quit their job, quit everything to become a fighter. But they can still do anything. But just remember that to work to get yourself being better is supposed to be their first priority. So okay, maybe they have a daytime job, they have a full-time job, they work very well. But when they finish their job, your first thing is not about, okay, we're going to go eat tonight, we're going to go drink, we're going to go watch movie. They should ask themselves first, like, okay, are they got enough time to train? Because training is supposed to be the first priority. If they're going to have free time, they should think about training first.
Right.
But I didn't say, okay, they can't go for cinema, they can't go for traveling. But first thing they have to concern about is to train to get better. That's the number one thing. And because of the Thailand situation, nobody can be sure that this career, this dream going to be like a, last forever, it's going to be forever, or going to be, it's nothing sure on this career. So first, the thing that's supposed to be with the first, to make martial arts to be their first priority, the thing that's supposed to be together with them, with that is have fun with training martial art, If they just want to be a fighter, I just want to be a fighter, I want to make good money, that's not going to work. They should learn martial art, they should do training.
Right.
Even their career is not success at all, if they're still happy, right? That's a really, really powerful message there, Shannon. Yeah.
So, number one is really enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
Do it for the love of martial arts.
Yes.
And from there, if you have the passion for the sport, then you can see where it takes you.
Yes.
But you're right. A lot of times we see this, right?
Yeah.
Guys come in, I want to be a fighter, I want to fight. 2 weeks later, they got beat up in the gym because they went too hard in sparring.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And we never see them again, right?
Yeah.
They never come back.
I heard somebody say that somebody that came to the gym, I want to be a fighter. Okay, they're gonna quit. They're not gonna fight. Somebody that come, I don't know, I just want to train. Oh, they're gonna be there forever.
Right. Oh, I just want to train. I just want to get better. I want to improve.
Because they love that thing. They love that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, the situation is different. Like in America, you know where to fight, you know what to do. You can see, you have all the milestones, you know where you can reach.
Yeah.
But in Thailand, you have nothing. You're gonna be ready for the opportunity. You're gonna be when you are ready and the right timing. Yeah, you will got that opportunity. But like I say, you have to be happy, because if you are happy on that thing and you want to do that first, you will know how to spare and spend your money, your budget with this thing, and that's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
But if you spend all your money, I want to be a fighter, and no opportunity coming up, then that's gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Do you think one day that you'll have your own gym?
Yes, I hope one day gonna have my own gym at my house.
At your house?
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a house, I have a garage, right? And my garage, I have like a second floor that no roof, and that place been there since I was born, and I don't know what that's for.
Right.
My parents had no idea too. But my dad told me that garage had been working on be ready for. It's ready to make like a 5-floor building.
Right.
So I can just make a gym up there.
Wow.
It's gonna be cool, and the gym I want to make at my house, the one at my house, it's not gonna be like a commercial gym. It's gonna be like a local gym there, and I want to have a gym to help Thai MMA fighter or who want to be MMA fighter, because.
So you want to develop them from like a young age and like build them up.
And it's more like a hub or something that people can come and I can help, like a lab, I can say that, right? I plan to make the name of my gym is like maybe Wiratchai Fight Clinic.
Okay, cool.
Because my house is a clinic.
Right.
Yeah, my dad is doctor and clinic was there under garage. And now when I graduate, my dad say, okay, no more. Yeah. So I say, okay, I'm gonna keep the clinic running, but it's gonna be a fight clinic, right? And it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be good. Like nowadays we have more young breed fighter. They want. I know some guy they had like a cabin crew who want to be a pro fighter, a dentist who train every day, a single dad, young single dad who want to be the world class fighter or something like that. Like.
You want to help those people?
I want to help them. And when it's in my house, it's going to be low budget. I can help them. I don't need to charge them a lot. I want in the future, if it's possible, I want to help them on managing their career. Because I hope that I'm fighting right now. I hope I can make more connection, learn more things about this industry or this business, and I saw many of them like have no idea about to negotiate and managing their career. I want to help them on their skill, their career, and everything. And
fantastic.
Yeah, the right way, the right mindset for the career.
Shannon, I just want to bring it back to you now.
Yeah.
So in terms of like training and fighting and things like that, what is an optimal fight camp for you? I mean, like when you are training and you've got a fight coming up, if you look back over your best performances, what type of things have taken place within your fight camp that you feel has made you so successful in your fights?
What makes successful in my fight camp?
Yeah. Like what is the optimal fight camp, the best fight camp for you? How does it go? Let's say it's you've got 6 weeks or 7 weeks. That's kind of what you normally have, right? You know, what's the optimal kind of like pathway for you there?
For me, for myself personally, they say 8 weeks. Some say 10 weeks, right?
Okay.
But for me, the right timing that I've been doing is about a month or 6 weeks, 4 weeks or 6 weeks. It's great. It's like before I fought Shinya, I spent like 2 months, so like 8 weeks. But when it's too long and no goal setting there, like when it's just like, okay, I gotta spend as long as I can in the camp, it's gonna be, you could get lost there, you know, like you're like, okay. Maybe.
Do you think what often happens is that you might start off quite fierce and like intense, and then you kind of like hit a peak quite early,
peak and go
and then
down,
kind of come down, and then you're kind of like running on a bit burnt out maybe.
Yes, and it affects your mental. But if I can have a right mindset, a right goal, or some right guidance, it might be better. Who knows, right? But for me, like 4 or 6 weeks is like you spend first 2 weeks on adapting your body to be ready, right? About 2 weeks, your neural systems getting changed.
Yeah.
And maybe you spend 2 more weeks to getting sharp, or what?
And Shannon, you're normally training pretty much all the time, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, even when you're not fighting, you're still training all the time, almost every day, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's still different, right? You know, like.
Yeah, it's not as intense.
Yeah, and when it's close to your fight, it's like your mental change. Like for me, in normal training, yes, I can make some mistake and I learn from the mistake. It's fine. But when it's close to the fight, my last few sparring, I don't want to make any mistake. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be sharp. I gotta control my cardio. I gotta control my gas. The mindset's gonna change. Yeah, I can't show you any week, you know, like in training. Like I gotta make everything right.
So for you, the optimal fight camp is one that it's more about combining everything mentally together, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes when it's too long, it can make it a little bit of like a mind fuck, if you will.
Yes.
Because you know you're training so hard at the beginning, and then it's like, oh, there's still 4 weeks left.
Yeah.
And I've already pushed myself so hard.
That's it.
You know, so I guess it's a matter of like kind of like pacing yourself and a bit of planning and things like that.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, should say 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks optimal.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
Well, but when you're getting older, your age change. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe. But right now, I think around this time.
Shannon, recently we, as you and I know, you had a few injuries and stuff that you've had to deal with.
Yeah.
I feel like you've handled it really, really well. I've been very impressed by how you've kind of like dealt with this, you know.
Yes.
For those that don't know, Shannon got a fractured orbital bone, and he also got a cut on his head.
Yeah.
I think the cut looks badass.
Yeah.
And we know how it works. Like, you're lucky because you got Asian skin.
Yes.
It'll heal, you'll barely even be able to see it. But right now it looks like you're some anime character, like Berserk or something, you know.
Harry Potter.
You look badass. Yeah, it looks cooler than Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It's not like a lightning bolt, it's like a cross, you know. Like, I got the battle axe.
Yeah,
I just dodged it, but it sliced my forehead.
Final Fantasy VIII, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. Looks really cool, you know.
Yes.
So I think you're quite lucky like that. Some people get much worse off than you. So
yes.
Yeah, that's lucky.
Yeah.
But like, I've been really impressed with your mindset about this. So just tell me like how do you deal with these things, like when they do occur? Because everyone goes through a phase where they get injured and stuff. Like, how is it that you deal with this? How do you stay so positive through these injuries?
Injuries. The worst thing with injury is the recovery. You have to stay still, right? Like, if you just lost by score or lost by knockout or get choked out or something, after a few days of upset, you can get back to the gym, getting better. Like that's my set. Like the fight I lost with the Mongolian fighter, I lost my decision. I feel like, what I did. I feel bad, I feel down a bit, but I don't care. I just buy a new game, Assassin's Creed or DC. I want to go on the PMPC like a whole week or 2 weeks. I don't care about training. But after 3 days, I need to get back to the gym. I can't get back to the gym because for me, the only way to deal with the failure is to just getting better, work harder.
Right.
But when there is injury involved, you have to rest for the recovery, right? Like, first thing I feel when I got any injury, like that stopped me from training, I just want to take a pill and sleep for a month or something, like to wake up when I can train, but it's not possible, right?
Like go into a chamber and just fall asleep.
Yeah, but it's not gonna
wake
happen.
up when the injury is healed.
Yes.
Have a drip, put the food in.
Yes.
Have electric shock, keep the muscle active.
Yes. Yeah, but
then just wake up. Oof, oh, I'm better. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's like for me, how I deal with. After the loss, I want to train.
Yeah.
Or even when I got injured, I want to train. I always want to train, but if I can't train physically, like when I got both my hands broken, I can't train at all. I can't even sweat. That time I remember I just play UFC on Xbox. I create the character as myself. I just telling myself I gotta be there. I gotta beat people. And after a few days of playing the game, I start to think is that gonna happen for real? Then I start to write down something, go on internet, start to do some researching, do some studying. They say you can get it better by watching also, right? So if you can't train by physically, you can still train.
You can train your mind.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you get injured, the take home here, guys, is if you can't physically train, mentally train.
Yeah.
You know, study fights, keep yourself active in the game.
Yeah.
So for all those fighters out there, you know, if you do get an injury, just remember that even if you're physically limited, you still have your mind that you can sharpen and train. Shannon, I just want to finish up. What's the kind of recovery plan with you at the moment? When are you able to get back into full training? And when do you think we'll see you again back in the ring or in the cage?
For the training, I think at least 3 months to get full training. By the way.
Okay.
Yeah, right now I start training now, but for the fight, it should be at least 6 months, but it might be more than that. Some might say a year. But it depends, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I start training now, so feeling good. It's I think when I got both my hands broken, I was just waiting that time. I was just waiting for when I get back to training. When I get back to training, after 6 to 8 weeks, 2 months, I feel like I lost everything. I lost all my gas, my cardio. So for this time, my plan is only thing I'm telling myself is what I need to prepare for myself. So when I can get back to full training, I can go on right away. I don't want to start everything again. So I hope with this mindset, it's gonna get me to there earlier and quickly. Yeah.
Awesome, bro. Shannon,
Yes.
I'm pumped for you, man. I'm excited for your return. You're an amazing athlete to watch, and
Yes.
thank you so much for coming on the show today, bro.
Yes, thank you very much.
Much appreciated,
Yes.
Shannon. Awesome work, bro.
And if you like Bushido, don't hate me, okay?
Hey guys, Steve here. If you like the content, please don't forget to press like and subscribe to stay up to date with the most recent episodes. I'll see you guys on the next one.